This video is going to be on the binomial theorem using Pascal's triangle. So the process we're going to use to solve 3x minus y to the fourth power is to first determine the coefficients, and we're going to use the Pascal triangle to do that. And then second, we're going to determine what our exponents are on our variables, and then we're going to substitute in the terms. So let's just start by determining our coefficients using Pascal's triangle. So in the triangles, you're always going to have 1 on the outside, and you're going to calculate the following row by adding the previous row. So let me show you how that's done. So we have 1, and then we have 1 and 1. So we're going to add this 1 and this 1 to get our 2, right? And on the outside, we always have our 1s, right? So then our next row, we're going to add this 1 and this 2 to get that 3. And we're going to continue on. We're adding the prior row to get the numbers below it. Here we have our 1 plus our 3 to get our 4. We have our 3 plus our 3 to get the 6. And we have our 3 plus 1 to get our 4. And likewise, you continue with the next row. 1 and 4 gives you 5, 4 and 6 gives you 10, 6 and 4 gives you 10, and 1 and 4 and 1 give you 5, and you always have 1 on the outside. So looking at our exponent in our equation, which is 4, we know which row to use. We're going to use this row to determine our coefficients. So we would have 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. Those are going to be our coefficient because our power is equal to 4. So from our first process, we determined our coefficient were 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. So step 2 is to determine the exponents. Your exponents for a and b in each term will always come to the sum of the given exponent. So in this case, 4. We will always start with the highest one for our a and the lowest for our b, and we will decrease a and increase b. So our first term will have 4, 0. Our second would have 3, 1. Our next one will be 2, 2. The next one will be 1, 3. And the last one will be 0, 4. So let's simplify. Our first term would be a to the fourth, because b to the 0 is equal to 1. Then we would have 4a cubed b. b to the 1 is just b. Then we would have 6a squared b squared plus 4a b cubed. And then our last one, a to the 0 would just be 1, so we would have b to the 4th. And this is our equation that we're going to substitute our terms in. So our last step is to substitute the terms. So wherever there was an a, I plugged in 3x. Wherever there was a b, I plugged in negative y. So let's look at the first term. 3x to the 4th power would be 81x to the 4th. Our next term includes all of that. So if I were to cube 3x, I would get 27x to the third. Then I have to multiply that by 4, and that's going to give me 108. And I have a negative y. So when you multiply a positive times a negative, you're going to get a negative. So this term will be 108 x to the third y. Our next term, we are going to square 3x, so we would get 9x squared multiplied by 6. That would give us 54x squared. And our y is going to be positive y squared. Then our next term is going to be 12x. Our next term is going to be negative y. So negative times a positive is going to be a negative. So we're going to have a negative 12x y cubed. And then our last one is going to be positive y to the fourth. So this is going to be our answer to 3x minus y to the fourth power. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.